Jake.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Karen.
And welcome back to
The
Carter
Couches.
See, Karen still holds the couch. Episode 8. And I am going to say the episode, even though Karen doesn't like us going on about the episode.
I don't mind at the beginning. It's midway through, near the end. He keeps going, hey, welcome back. This is episode. It's still the same episode number as it was in the beginning.
Hello, everyone. How are we all? Nathan, you look very smart there.
Thanks very much, yeah.
I'm wearing what Karen was saying is my new fashion. Yeah. Like the vest and the trousers. This is me now.
Yo, man. There's no need to feel down and say.
Did they wear this, did they?
YMCA vest, yeah.
Oh, I think it's cool. And I like these boots as well. You've surprisingly got the same boots on now.
Same boots
on.
on.
Do you own any other pairs of shoes nowadays?
No.
Let's get his money's worth.
Because they're all covered in dust, because I forgot to cover them in the house when the renovation was getting done.
Oh, no.
Oh, is that why you still wear the same clothes as well?
Dusty,
That's a nice jumper, though. Where's that from?
Cheers, this is called Gant.
Gant? That's a posh brand,
Yeah,
isn't
Gant.
You gant.
You big Gant, yeah.
I didn't know what you were saying there. Karen, that's a lovely top as well.
And
Nice
it's not
hint of
two
red.
tops.
Oh, is it not?
Nope.
I thought
It
you had
looks like 2 in 1.
thought you had
exactly what it
Liverpool's new jersey on underneath you there. Hint, hint.
What's
I
that
don't,
about?
the price of Liverpool
Back
jerseys.
sponsored by
No
Adidas.
way.
Liverpool's new kit now is like, it's like the old fashioned ones where they had like stripes down because we've got a new kit sponsor. But it's very nice, the home kit. So Karen, hint.
Must get the new kit myself, yeah.
Yeah, be
Big
lucky
into
any-
the old football.
I'd be mad into
Do you want
it.
the shorts and the socks as well?
I was just going to say, will I get that for you?
And the
certain
boots.
Get it in the
lads-
kids section,
so
it's cheaper.
I play five-a-side twice a week in Dublin whenever I can, whenever I'm not away. But there's certain lads that like will turn up in a full kit.
Oh, really?
It's just like, oh, that's so awkward. Like, what are you
And I
doing?
see now if they're listening to this and they're on their way. Imagine they're listening on the way to football and they're in their full kit and you're slagging them.
They deserve to be slagged.
Why? Why
Says
is
the one
that?
in a vest and a bucket hat.
Should they play in football? yeah.
you know what I mean? They
Gave the
deserve
bucket
to
hat
be
in last
slagged.
week's episode.
Was it
guys.
Kevin or Perry had the hat?
I think it was.
You're in Enniskillen in a big long vest and you're
No,
saying
but,
about
like,
a fella going to
that's like-
football in a football kit.
Yeah.
That's like going to a restaurant dressed as a chef. Like, you're not a chef. Do you know what I mean?
No, come
you're
on
not
now.
a football
Get up
player.
out of that.
So just get up out of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say? Get up out of that? Oh, the painter. We'll come on to that. So Karen got a quote
I didn't
off a
get it.
painter recently, and her response was, "Oh, get up out of that. I'm not paying that." Straight away.
No, this fella literally must have charged me for every bleeding corner in the room. Like, I think people say as well, oh, she's a young one, she's not going to have a clue. Well, I tell you one thing, I'm handy with a bleeding
You're good at
paint.
bartering, though. You are. Like, you
No,
will
I
get a
don't-
price down.
Yeah, but I just hate when people think, this is a young one, she hasn't a clue. Oh, I do. And I will pay you what it's worth, but don't start now overcharging because you think this thing's stupid.
But Karen, do you know what painters
I
get?
wouldn't have a clue. I know what it does to me and how good I am. I am actually not. I'm a good DIY person.
You are. We're going to talk about doing
Anyway,
the
yeah.
DIY that we've done the last couple of weeks. The studio.
Mainly me.
Excuse me
you were
for a
just standing
second.
helping me dad. My dad had the grinder out and you were just assisting.
And Jake was on grinder.
We're going to come back to this. Right. We want to say a big hello to Mark from Enniskillen, who has wrote in to say, I totally agree with the voucher situation from last week.
Yeah.
It's even worse in a posh place, and we also overtip then out of embarrassment. So it's not just us. Other people do agree with the whole voucher thing. Even though we shouldn't.
Yeah,
You
but
shouldn't.
don't start not giving us vouchers now
No.
because we're awkward. I'll
Do
be
you know what I
awkward
love?
for a few minutes and give
And
it.
our one for all voucher as well. Do you ever
What's
have
a one for all?
So it's like loads of different shops you can use it in.
Oh.
I don't know how that system works though.
I hate when you go into a shop and they're like, sorry, we actually don't take them. I'm like, why?
But how does that shop then get that money? I'd love to know how it works. Do they then contact one for all?
I think, do you know what I
I'd
think that
say
about?
they scan the voucher and then that means they can invoice whoever.
Yeah, but
That's
I
how-
also
yeah,
think that
I
about
would
the
say.
bottles. Who gives that shop back that money?
Do
Where does
not
that come
talk
from?
to me about the bottle situation in Ireland. It is the biggest scam ever, and the government or some company somewhere is absolutely raking it in. It's
Why is
ridiculous.
this?
I don't. So yeah,
Tell me the situation because I
so
don't
it's
know.
the whole recycling thing.
Yeah.
You have to bring your
For the
bottles
last
back and they
year,
give you the
2
money
years,
back.
yeah, we pay an extra 15p on a
Per
bottle,
bottle.
or 15 cents or a can. Or if it's a big bottle, you pay an extra 25 cents. So like
You're
you're
getting a
going in
six-pack of
everywhere.
water
If you're
and you
getting
think-
no, like 24 can of tray of Cokes, you're paying an extra 3.20 on top of that
And it's
tray
not
of
on the
Cokes.
price tag. So say it says it's a tenner.
No, they do. It's in small, right? And they have to write it. But
Never
like,
mind.
so then you have to take these cans once you've drank them to this bottle bank. Every shop that sells cans has to have one, I think. So even like the Centras have got them now and stuff.
But that's only in the south of Ireland.
It's only in the
Yeah.
south, yeah, to get the money back. But like, I would say 50% of people probably take the cans back. So where is the rest of that money going? I think I read a thing in the first month or first 2 months that it was brought in, there was like 2 million worth of unclaimed money.
So
where is that money going? Do you know what I mean? I think it's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely stupid. It makes sense in like other countries. I've seen, I don't know,
they're
it could
doing
get
it
strong like
years in
Denmark or
Germany and
somewhere
all, they
where
do
you can
it.
go in with a bag of bottles and it's all on weight and you throw them in and it just gives you the money.
Well,
Whereas
that's a good
these,
idea.
you have to stand one by one.
Do you know what? That'd be a good incentive because people who really wants to make a little bit of money on the
Can
side
go around the
would
bins.
go around picking up all the litter,
They do
Especially
that
at
around
gigs.
weigh
town.
it, and get paid for it.
Especially at gigs.
Yeah.
Do you ever see the amount of bottles left at gigs?
Imagine going around Glastonbury at the end of it.
Oh my God, when we were at Adele,
Be a millionaire.
you got money when you brought back your cups.
cups,
so
that's the thing,
me and
yeah.
my friend Emma we were going around collecting the cups that were left. Because you got a $5 a cup.
$5 a cup?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Now you had to pay that extra, but sure, people that were absolutely hammered leaving,
They forgot.
they just left their cups. We were going out with a big stack of cups. I was
Jeez,
delighted.
you made money going the gig?
Yeah, actually.
Now,
yeah, Adele
okay.
paid me for going.
I like everyone, whoever, like if people follow me on Instagram and stuff, you've probably seen me giving out about this over the last year because I do give out.
You
about
wouldn't
it a
give
lot.
out about stuff.
you don't
would you?
I
give out.
get it though. I get like the incentive is to like
Recycle.
but I
Yeah.
do think there's someone
There's got to be
up
better
there,
ways though.
There's some corporation somewhere, some room of women or fellas that are absolutely laughing and they're making a fortune. But anyway, let's move swiftly on. Michelle.
I was in Italy
Michelle was
last
next.
week.
You were in a what?
In Italy
Oh,
at a wedding.
we'll come to that after the correspondence. Okay.
We'll chat about it later.
Give me a second.
All right.
yeah.
We have
Michelle has
the
wrote
sound
in though. This is good for you. Okay, this is a nice message. Michelle has wrote in to say that she was at Clonmany last week with Nathan and the gig was amazing. And a huge thank you to Nathan for getting a picture and taking time to meet our family. It meant so much.
that was nice, yeah.
So there you
Nice.
go. She
Fair
wants
play.
to say thank you so much.
Clonmany
For-
was good actually.
It was
was-
good. Our
Even
gig.
if it was
Good gig.
absolutely
I was a bit of
lashing.
rain. It was alright.
No, it was only a tiny bit.
Have you ever had any? Actually, I want to bring this story up because I remember a couple of months ago, the woman with the rather large chest. Do you remember this story? And you were doing a meet and greet with her.
I think we told this story.
We didn't. I don't think we've talked about it on the
I
podcast
thought
yet.
I had.
But anyway, we're going to say it again because I don't think we have. What did you say to this woman as you were saying goodbye
I got
to her?
distracted, and I always say when people are leaving, "Thanks very much for coming. All the best. See you soon." And as she was walked towards me, I was chatting away to her, and then at the end of the conversation, I went, "Oh, thanks so much for coming. All the best. I mean, best."
So basically, she must have had big boobies.
Did she have them out?
Did she have big boobies?
There was a lot on display. Now
Did you sign them?
there wasn't much left to the imagination.
Oi, oi.
Best meet and greet he's
Did she
had.
needed a bra for support though?
She was my support that night,
Oh, yeah.
Hang on,
and
this
I was her
escalated.
support.
2 hands.
All the breasts.
Let's
All the
not go.
breast.
My
there's
dad
another-
used to
who else
always
was it?
say that's the size. Like if you're ever looking for my ma's bra size, it's that size.
What?
Did no one else's
They're a
dad used to
handful.
say that?
They're a handful, like.
Oh, sorry, it's just my dad.
Just
so
your dad.
Anyway,
What was the
next.
story as well, though? Someone else said something on stage about clapping hands once. Who's that?
There was someone I was working with at one stage, and there was a few drinks on board, and then she got called up on stage, and the first thing she said was, "Everybody, hap those clans." Which,
Have those clans.
hap those.
Have you ever had
Have
any
your
big
clans.
slip ups on stage like that?
Not really. No, I did trip one time getting on stage
Yeah.
and fell into the drum.
Oh no.
Oh,
the
that's
kick
so
drum.
awkward.
I hadn't.
I have never. We've.
hadn't seen the lights hadn't come on
Come on
properly,
properly,
and it was in darkness, and then
I've tripped, but I've never actually fell. Like I've never fell off a stage. Have you ever fell off? That's
No.
quite common though. But like
No.
people do fall off stages. Like
yeah, no, I've never fallen off the
so,
stage.
I had a thing this year
Just fell onto it.
at a Taste Music Festival.
Yeah.
And now it's not really like a funny thing like that, but for some reason I was on the stage and we were doing 2 gigs. So I'm standing there. What are you looking at on me?
You've got
Me
a
hair
massive
again.
bit of hair sticking up your face.
I need to go and get some bit cut.
I'm not sure if you're Tinky Winky or Dipsy. I'm not sure.
Tink,
The,
dipsy, la, la,
I was standing on stage and at the end I was like, oh, Thank you so much, everyone. We'll be back at 6 o'clock later on. I'm going to go for a nice, creamy, cold pint of Guinness, and I'm standing there on stage, and then I come off, and your mum was like, Jake, the gig is sponsored by Bulmers, and you're standing on the Bulmers stage. And I was like, oh God. And then I had to just double down. I was like, yeah, but I don't drink Bulmers. And I was like, oh no. So yeah, I didn't mention that then
but
later.
my board likes a bit of cider.
But yeah, Karen would love a little bit of Orchard Thieves if you've got any.
I'm glad you said it that way.
That was my...
What about the way Gary Gamble always says when he's... on stage, he always goes, and so that's it, folks. We're going to take a 15-minute break. We could see you in 20 minutes.
Yeah. No, we're going to take a short 5-minute break. We'll see you in 10. It's always something like that, yeah. Susan in Belfast has written in, hi guys, just been binging on the podcast and I've started listening. I need to move this closer. Listening since seeing Nathan in Belfast recently. What a show. My boyfriend's name is Alan, and I just wanted to add that you don't hear of many babies being born with the name Alan in the last few years. You were talking about this recently. Yeah, there's not many baby Alans. We have an Uncle Alan. Uncle Alan. And finally...
Or a Simon. You don't see like baby Simon.
Baby Simon, no.
No.
There is actually... Do you know what? Like that video got... Like, it went half viral online, and the amount of people that were commenting underneath
People
where
get
their
so
name
offended.
was one of the names, and half of them were like, I totally agree, and then the other half were like, I've got a son named John who's one. I was like, oh, okay, sorry.
People
We're
take
only having a
things
laugh,
so
guys.
exactly.
Yeah. Sean and Meave has wrote in to say, hi guys, I heard Nathan's recent Turkish barber story a couple of weeks back and I was in stitches laughing. My Turkish barber is gas. As a lad whose hair is thinning, I go every couple of weeks just for a quick 3 all over. It takes 5 minutes and should cost €12. I certainly don't get the 14 quid value that Nathan gets. Anyway, if I have a tenner and a fiver in my hand and he sees this, he just tells me it's 15 quid. What's up with that? Also, one time he was giving me advice. That's a good business plan, to be honest. Also, one time he was giving me advice on a hair transplant and said, go to my country and get it half price. When I told him that I didn't want to go all the way to Turkey, he looked at me and said, no, I'm from Iran in a Turkish barber's.
I don't
Who
get
knew
that.
Iran did hair transplants? No, he was just saying that he was saying he should go and get a hair
That's
transplant.
so funny about the €15.
Yeah, well, I suppose you were going to tip him the 15 quid anyway, would you? Do you know what I mean?
Well, you
Yeah,
were
Yeah,
the
but it's just
choice.
a bit cheeky to ask for it.
it is.
If it's normally 12.
Yeah, Sean, I'd
He
get
just
new
hasn't got
barbers.
change, and his tail he can't be arsed giving you the €3.
Yeah.
That was funny.
There we
Thanks
go.
for that, Sean.
So, Karen, we had a nice little spa break recently that we didn't talk about.
Oh, we did indeed.
Do you want to chat about that?
Yeah, so basically we went to this like that was a funny, remember me trying to say where we were and I had to record myself. So like I was doing a story on this spa and saying how great
Yeah,
it
we
was.
were invited down. Like
We
it was like a
invited
gifted
down,
thing, do you know what I mean?
down to, it was called,
Hashtag gifted. What was it called, Karen?
it's going to make me laugh
It's
again.
called, can you remember?
The
Aqua.
Aquasana Forest Spa.
That's the one.
But every time I went on to just do a little voiceover of saying I was in the Aquasana, and I kept getting into convulsions of laughter because I could not
Convulsions.
get Aquasana Forest Spa out without sounding
Are you
like
calling it a sauna?
No, that's what it is.
it's Aquasana.
Oh, it's not a
So I was
sauna.
thinking it was Aqua Sauna,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's called
It's called
Aquasana Forest
Aquasana.
Spa. It's in Longford.
And I have to say, it's in Longford. It is we've been to a few nice places, and this is beautiful. Oh my God.
top
As soon
notch.
as you
And it's
walk
in Longford.
Yeah, so it's part of Leave Longford alone, you.
Only joke.
I done some great gigs in Longford.
it's
Longford
in the middle
Summer
of like the
Festival.
forest. And
It's
I have
part
to
of
say,
It's not part of Centre Parks, but it is. It's in Centre Parks.
yeah,
But it's
we
like-
had like as soon as you go in, do you ever just get a place that you're like, oh my God, this is so relaxing? Because I do find it hard to just completely relax in place, but this now was next level.
Now we had to go down. So Karen was doing a little bit of filming for it. So we had to go in before it fully opened. So it opened at 9. So we left Dublin, I think at 7. So it was an
Yeah.
early start. Got there just after 8. Went in, and the staff and everyone was lovely,
yeah.
really nice. But it's not just a spa. So, and you
Did
go
you bring
in.
Lenny?
No, dogs weren't allowed. Sadly,
Thank
God for that.
they've been too hot. But they have like, I think it's like 25 different stations of like saunas,
Sauna.
different type of saunas,
Different
steam
showers.
rooms.
25 saunas.
Well,
No,
not just
different
saunas. So
experiences
saunas, yeah.
within the spa. That
Steam
you can go.
rooms, salt rooms, hot tubs, an outdoor pool, like little log
snugs,
cabins,
little
snugs,
like
yeah.
basically like where you can
ice
have
baths,
naps.
ice.
I'd
like,
love to go to that.
ice
Oh.
cave that you like cover yourself in ice.
In case they're listening, I'd love a
Yeah.
hashtag gifted.
But so we
voucher.
went in, and then you get your lunch. So if you now we were very lucky, we got gifted. But I was looking up if you actually
It's
were
great
paying
value.
for it, right?
I'm gonna go back with my friends.
100%. Why not with me? Why are you going with your friend?
Because
I
when she
enjoyed it as well.
drives, if she drives, it'll just pass the journey
Yeah,
so
she
quick.
doesn't like driving
when
with me.
she
And you know,
drives,
when
yeah.
we go places, like, it'd be just not. Sometimes it's nice to go with someone else, Jake.
Okay.
We already done it together. But basically, you can get
Me
different
and you'll go,
packages.
Nathan, will we?
And you can go for the whole day, but you can choose either like your breakfast, you can get afternoon, your
Really
lunch,
good food as
and
well.
your dinner.
Really nice
And
food.
the prices, the packages start from like €69 up to probably 100 and odd, and you can get a treatment. We got a treatment as well.
We did. I got
Um,
an full body massage. Oh,
The way
she
you
was
say massage.
unreal, the woman
Oh,
at massaging.
oh right.
Ah, you fucking saved yourself there.
But
Are you actually for real?
So we were gigging the night before. I can't even
Oh.
remember where we were. So and then we had to be up at like 7. So I think
she
it was one of
unreal,
them
was she?
2 a.m. jobs, and
Yeah,
then
go-
so I hadn't had much
rewind.
sleep. Right, gone in.
And thank your stars above that you're with me that got you that gifted
Yeah,
little
in
trip.
fairness, it was through Karen.
Yeah.
But she, like, I'd say I snored and everything though, because you know when you're that tired, you're just like waking yourself
I
up
used
in the
to do
middle of
that
the
all the
spa.
time.
But she hands me these because I had trunks on, and obviously they were soaking. So she was like, "Oh, do you want to use the disposable underwear?"
Oh, here we
So
go.
I was like,
again.
"Yeah."
He's
But the
off.
last disposable underwear that I had was like, as Karen would call it, a tongue. But these
But
were
that's
like,
because that was not for you to put on. That was for a woman, and you took it upon yourself to put that tongue on you.
but
She
these,
handed you
right,
what a man should be
were the
handed.
polar opposite. She handed me this
Big
thing that
boxers.
looked like a fucking sleeping bag. I opened them up, and they were like the biggest.
Bridget Jones's.
Oh, like twice the size. Like I put them on and they were down to me knees. You know what I mean?
Well, that they weren't. They were just normal size.
But so they were like these huge disposable boxes.
Normal
but yeah,
size.
it was like
So how much was it?
heaven. So if you
To
sorry,
get what
if
you
go,
were gonna get.
you can go from 9:30 till 5:30. You get your lunch and you get a treatment. I think it's a 50-minute treatment. I think it's €189.
But if you've 200 quid in your hand, they'll take that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you've 200
Yeah.
cash, they'll be like, "We'll take the lot." But yeah, definitely.
And it's grand, like even for a girl's trip, there is, if you can go between, I think it's like 5 p.m. they call it an evening session. It's a bit cheaper, and you get your dinner included. But it's a lovely. There was loads of people down there
good
with
idea, innit?
their
There was.
group of girls
100%. Like
for the
I know
day. You can spend the day down
we're
there.
saying that, I will definitely
We'll
be
go
going
back
again and booking it.
100%. Yeah,
I
Well,
don't.
you enjoy it with your mates. Anyway.
yeah. I'll
Yeah.
go back with my friends. Jake, who are you going back with?
I'm taking myself, not paying for
You're not
anyone
getting
else.
an invite.
Yeah, take the hint.
I was actually going to
He's
like.
meeting you one who's unreal.
No, I meant she
you're
was
annoying
unreal
me.
at the massage. Like,
Yeah,
was
well, you
yours
won't-
not good?
Mine was Molly. Actually, was my girl, and she was unreal.
I can't remember the name of my girl.
Yeah.
sorry.
Lucky you didn't remember her name.
I just got her number.
That's an ick.
Sorry.
Moving on.
But yeah, check that out. Sorry, you want to talk about being in Italy recently as well?
Oh yeah, just that was it. I was in Italy.
Oh, that was it. Came home. Just want to say we're actually. That's weird because we're all going back to
I know,
Italy again
yeah.
for a wedding in a couple of weeks.
Well,
time.
I was in Italy for a wedding, and
What part of Italy?
God, you're asking me now.
Oh, what was it?
Yeah, I am.
remember.
That's what I'm
I
asking
don't
you.
know. I don't know what it was called, but I know that I flew back from
He doesn't know.
Were you even in
Naples.
Italy? Naples.
And it was probably one of the scariest cities I was ever in my life.
In what way?
The driving there
What
is
about the driving?
very, as Dan would say, erotic. I mean,
Let's not talk about Nan and driving, guys. It's a very sensitive situation at the minute, okay?
erratic.
If you don't know what we're on about, check out the Patreon.
Erratic driving. Like, I honestly thought we were going to be killed about 4 times.
Erotic driving.
That's what Nan said one time.
Erotic.
Yeah. Them lads are very erotic drivers.
Like, so, like, taxis were bad and
Yeah,
stuff.
really bad. Like, just pulling out in front of people, driving way too close.
So are we not, because I was talking about hiring a car when we go.
don't
Do it.
It's really, dangerous.
Oh.
And just gangs about, and didn't feel safe really walking down the streets.
Oh.
So, and this was in Naples.
Well, we're
So I
not
don't
going to
know-
Naples.
I'm
Yeah,
thank
but
God.
hoping-
it probably wasn't even in Naples by the sound of you.
No,
only,
it was.
He
That's
didn't know where
the
he
airport
was. So
No,
was in France.
Listen, the wedding was lovely, and the place the wedding was in was very, very nice. But
Was the weather nice?
The weather was it was cloudy and raining. And
Imagine going through all the effort of booking
getting
a
wedding
foreign
in Italy,
wedding,
you know.
getting to Italy,
And it being
and then
raining.
it raining.
yeah, I know.
Do you like when you get an invite to a foreign wedding? Like, not a foreign wedding. What is
I
it?
was
Like,
only
a wedding
having
abroad.
right. I was having this conversation with a girl. Who was that? Anyway, I can't remember. But I genuinely, right? I do not know somebody that says, I can't wait to go to this wedding. I think everyone goes, I'm about to get invited to this wedding. And I says to me friends, I don't want to be that person that when we give out invites for them to go, oh, Jesus
I think
Christ,
it's a
we have
very
to go to
Irish
this.
thing.
Like, it is a thing
you know what
that
I mean?
it's very expensive. Like, most people have to get a hotel. You're getting like the girls getting their hair, their makeup, their dress, their shoes. It costs a fortune to just go to a wedding. So
we're going to Italy for our cousin,
Yeah.
Elliot. He's getting married to
married.
Estefania. That's her name?
Yep.
Yeah, got that right. It's not an easy name to spell or pronounce. So we're going over to Italy. And there was talks about between like going over, flights, accommodation. It is expensive for some people, do you know what I mean? So obviously not
expensive
everyone
for
is going.
everyone, yeah.
But I don't think they expected everyone to go either, do you know what I mean? It was kind of
Yeah.
the thing of, this is where we're going. This is where we want to get married. If you want to come and you're able to come, please do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which is fine. Like,
And then a lot of people who do that then have like a bit of a party.
they
at
do
home.
with something at home.
You know what I mean?
as
So
well.
if you can't afford to go or you can't make it, then we'll
But
have.
do you get where I'm coming from of people going, oh, your one's getting married, shut this end.
Yeah, well,
give me an invite.
that ends
Most
up being
people are like that.
That ends
It's your
up
holiday.
being your holiday
Yeah,
for the year,
yeah,
really.
it is.
Realistically.
No, but I'm just on about a wedding that could be in the could be
Oh, you're
in
on
Cork
about...
or could be
you're on
anywhere.
about, yeah.
Like, most people, unless you're immediate family or really close friends, kind of go, I suppose we're going to have to
God.
go.
But
Do
I
you know
just
what I
think
mean?
that's because, like, maybe you're not as social as some other people.
I'm very, we know
Like,
that.
Nathan would crash a wedding every weekend if he wasn't
No,
gigging,
you
do you know what I mean?
wouldn't. I don't think, no, you wouldn't.
You love
You
a good
wouldn't.
wedding, do you?
I definitely wouldn't.
I don't think I think I've
We-
been to, like, 2 weddings in my life.
I've only been to one. I've
Like,
only
I
actually
can't...
been to
Lisa
one.
McHugh's wedding and our cousin. Like, another cousin
Well, you're
years
gonna
ago.
be
They're the only
in
weddings I
to
remember.
3 because we're getting.
Oh, yeah.
If you really,
I think I've only been to 2 weddings in my
That's
life.
mental.
Yeah.
Like I must have been to at least 4.
Because a lot of other weddings that I have been invited to...
People
Cool.
mustn't really like you, Jake.
No,
You're not.
I've been
Yeah,
invited
take
to
the
more than
hint.
2 weddings, but I've
Take
always
the-
been
yeah,
gigging
right.
or something, do you know what I mean? Or something.
I've never really been invited to well, none of my friends around have got married, so
So Karen as well, I'm going to say this
Oh,
as well.
what?
We're going to Italy for the wedding and Karen was like, oh, well, I don't have to go, do I? And I was
right.
like, yeah, you're part
Actually,
of the
do you know who I
family.
was talking
See
to
that?
this. No, I say that about everything.
You do,
about-
you do, yeah.
Do I? Because I. No, hang on. Let me rewind
She's gonna
because
ask
you
that we
are
cut this out.
actually disgraceful. One of the episodes you were talking about me not wanting to give your sister a +1 for her wedding. You are absolutely sick in the head. But now coming on to weddings and family events and all, I'm always real like, come here, if you want to just head off and do the trip with your brother or whatever, that's fine. I'm not a girlfriend that's like stuck to your hip that has to do everything.
No.
Which I know we are stuck to the hip because we're always together. But I kind of amn't like that.
Amond.
It doesn't matter whether it's a bleeding family wedding or a party or at.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I'm happy. I don't like getting Lenny minded, so that's kind of like I'm like, you head off and I'll mind Lenny, and then I moan about a week later saying how you left me and I had to mind the child. But,
Yeah, so it's a lose-lose situation.
but oh yeah, I was actually talking. The girl I was talking to was the one that gives me a wax about weddings.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't say where the wax was. Look at your mind
Oh,
going.
yeah.
Got me
Did you
eyebrows
ever get
done.
your eyebrows waxed?
No.
I used to get my eyebrows waxed, but
I
get
waxed
them
the 2
threaded
of your
now.
eyebrows in lockdown and gave
That's
you
not
black
waxed.
eyes.
That is like torture what you did.
I don't wax strips
not
on their
wax. No, you
eyebrows
plucked
during
mine.
lock.
Did you not?
No, I don't both. And I literally left them with big scabs because I reefed the
Oh,
wax
God,
too
you
hard.
did,
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
I
So-
thought your eyebrows looked
I
well.
look
It was
like
just
I'd
the
gone
scabs.
fucking 2 rounds with Mike
With
Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, but you get your eyebrows threaded occasionally as well.
No, not in a long time.
Yeah, but the last time you did, they looked
It
like
was
fucking
horrendous.
pencils.
Yeah, it was fucking
No, but I think
horrendous,
most
yeah.
fellas get themselves groomed a little bit.
Yeah, it's
That's
No,
it's
fine.
more
do you
common
know if you go
nowadays.
to my Turkish barbers, right?
Oh,
here we
they
go.
put a comb in and they just do the done.
Oh yeah.
Done.
No, but I don't
Yeah,
like
but
like
no.
I've really dark eyebrows, so I have to get mine threaded and the middle bit.
Yeah.
But I used to get them waxed, and it's such a nice
And do you ask
sensation.
them for slugs whenever you do that? Because that's what they look like.
Yeah, he
Whenever
has
you
big doll.
put the
You
hot
look like
wax
your man
on.
after Doll Mio.
Mio.
The Doll Mio ad. He's the image of him,
Oh, sole mio.
isn't he?
He's Italian,
I
is he?
wonder, when you go to Italy, will they all speak Italian
I'd
to you?
say they will.
They
yeah.
do. And no matter where we could be
Ciao,
in anywhere
ciao,
they
yeah.
speak the language to Jake. But where was I going with the whole wax thing?
Right,
wedding.
I'll come back to it. Remind me about Italy in
Oh,
a second.
yeah. So this particular girl was saying that her boyfriend in work got invited to a wedding, and like she was like, "Oh, I have to go," but like it's really one of those you don't know anyone there, and I was like, "Yeah, I just don't get why you feel that you have to do the +1. Why do they all not in the office just all get the table and go together?" So they're not all bringing that +1, that girlfriend, so they have to mind because they don't know all the people you work with. Pure hassle.
Yeah, but
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Just like as well. I think it might be a thing that because we're generally working on the weekend and we don't have a normal job, that most people, when it's just a Monday to Friday 9 to 5, that like going out of a weekend to a wedding is like it's a lovely occasion. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's
I
not
don't, is that maybe part of it?
That makes it sound like I'm ungrateful, and I think weddings, but that's just my feel. And people, like, even with our engagement party, I was like, oh God, don't invite them. They're going to feel they have to drive all the way to Dublin.
Yeah.
Jake
true.
was like, but
it's
I
such an
invite my
Irish
family.
thing though. Like, oh yeah.
No, because even now I'd be thinking, like,
don't want to put
fair
them
play
out.
to your cousins. But I was like, oh Jake, you can't expect anyone to come from Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm always thinking of other people, and like.
So we're
Do you know
going to
what I mean?
Italy anyway for this wedding.
Yeah, and I can't wait.
We're getting married in Ballyfermot.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Matthews Church.
No,
As
yeah,
Karen would call
Matthews
it.
is my
Speaking of
choice.
Italy, so when we
Yeah.
were there,
Yeah.
there was a gang of us from
Oh,
from
loads
Anna.
of gangs. Oh, careful now. You brought your own gang. Very
We
rough.
didn't rob anyone though.
Ouch.
But anyway, the
Allegedly.
we were mad for like Italian food, so we were thinking like
In Italy.
spaghetti, bolognese, lasagna,
Yeah. Neapolitan pizza. Is that what it's called?
garlic
It's from
bread.
Napoli?
So
Maybe-
they don't
no,
do where
Neapolitan's
we
the
were
ice cream.
I know what you're gonna say.
in 3 different parts of Italy. Didn't do garlic bread and didn't
but
do
you know-
lasagna.
Garlic bread
Garlic
is not
bread?
an Italian thing.
Garlic
Well,
bread.
lasagna is.
You put garlic
Yeah,
on bread.
it's kind of not
Sorry, guys.
really.
I'm just doing a Peter Kay
Lasagna
sketch
isn't
over here.
Italian.
When I done the travel show that we were in, we went to this Italian restaurant, and your man came out that was the owner, and he was saying a lot and I was dying for just garlic bread, and I said, and he was like, "There's no garlic here, no
Yeah,
garlic comes
yeah.
in here," and
It's-
I'm
it's-
like,
it
he
can
got
be
real
take offence.
aggra-
They
He
took
was-
offence
he
to
actually
us for
was
asking for
fuming, and I
garlic.
was like, well, is there any bread with even a bit of butter or just something to keep me bleeding going for while we're waiting? But yeah, they don't.
No, they don't
It's not
do
a
that.
thing.
And then, so one of the fellas that was with us, by the end of the trip, he was like, "Been to Italy, not one fucking lasagna did I see in 4 days."
No, it's
He was
weird.
right,
It's not
like-
what you expect
No,
food-wise.
and
I'm a
then
bit
we ordered.
disappointed.
So we asked for garlic bread. They brought out bread and it was black bread.
Burnt like.
No,
Rye
just-
bread, is there?
I don't know what it was. A strange type. So then we said, "Have you got any alioli?" Which is obviously Italian, isn't it?
No, I think that's
No.
Spanish.
It's
Alioli.
alioli's not. It's just oil.
Well,
with
he didn't
garlic
have
in.
oil,
No,
and he didn't
alioli
have
is
butter,
like the
and he
garlic
didn't have
butter.
garlic.
Oh,
So
sorry.
we were
Yeah,
just
your man
we
was
didn't
like,
know
"There's
what
no
was going
garlic
on.
in my
So
kitchen."
then we all ordered mains, and we said, "Can you get fries on the side?" What is fries? What is fries? It's like chips, So anyway,
Did you get a packet
Did you
of
not
Walkers?
Google Translate what chips
we
was?
kind of did, but we just assumed they would know. Anyway, we didn't get starters, so we landed out with a massive portion of chips, and they sat there for 10 minutes. But they were meant to be with the main meal.
Oh,
So we all just sat
no.
eating chips for 10 minutes.
Oh,
Take the C off chips, guys. Every time we mention chips.
And then you'd order a vodka and I'd say, "Do you have Smirnoff?" No, what is Smirnoff? Vodka.
Smirnoff not like a universal thing.
I don't know, is like vodka
Or is
and
it
gin
just-
as big in other countries as it is
Don't
over
think
here,
it
though?
is.
I'd
No,
imagine
don't think
vodka
it
is. What about gin?
Well, we were only talking about America.
America,
like,
gin
vodka
isn't big.
and gin. Well,
No.
vodka maybe, but gin's not that big in America.
No, it's
It's
not.
all whiskey and bourbon and tequila.
Tequila,
They just
yeah.
drink tequila. Do you know
Is
the
that
bit?
what I started
with
to
the
like?
salt?
Yeah.
No,
Bud Light.
but
Not what you lick your hand with, no.
Yeah.
no, remember that tequila that I actually, the spicy little cocktail thing that I had one time, it was unreal.
Tequila Sunrise, was it?
I can't remember.
Remember the cocktail that I had in it's called a Mexican Bulldog, I think, in Tenerife.
Oh, it's
and it
upside
comes
down
with a bottle of Corona in it. But if you mess with that bottle at all,
Yeah.
I went to lift the bottle and then the fucking thing just spilt everywhere.
Oh, God.
So it was a bit of a nightmare. But it's a nice cocktail. Anyway,
Okay.
what were we talking about? Italy, though.
Weddings and-
So I was kind of I'm a bit disappointed now because I was really looking forward to the food in Italia.
Ah,
when
no,
we go.
you like Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Rome.
We still haven't booked a hotel, by
I want
the
to
way.
see the Basilica.
Oh,
'Cause I
actually
went to
put
book
up a
somewhere and
question
Karen
box
was
and
like-
I have, yeah.
Karen
I have.
looks at the reviews but like we'll
Everyone
look
looks
at
at the
every
reviews.
review.
No.
So this hotel was like 4 out of 5 stars. I was like, yeah, okay, the reviews are good. And then
No.
Karen goes and finds the one review
No,
2 pages
no,
down that
listen,
has 1 star.
Listen,
but we're not going
listen,
there.
Shrimpy, it wasn't that.
Shrimpy.
Hang on a minute. I went onto Google Maps to have a little gander of where exactly the location was. And when I went onto Google Maps, not one review was good. They were all 1 star, filthy. Clicked onto one picture, the mould all over the window. I showed
Mould,
Jake. I says,
God.
now there you go.
So
What
I
would you do
refused to
without me?
book it though. I've booked the place
I'll
for
book
where
the
we're
one in
staying. You're staying in the same place in Perugia. That's where the wedding is. But I'm now letting Karen book.
We're
the
not even
Rome
going to be in the room in
accommodation.
Rome. We'll be wandering around.
Yeah, I can't wait. Have you been to Rome before? We'll be roaming
years ago.
around.
I was roaming around. I was
Always
looking down.
at all I
Name the
see.
band. Go.
Don't tell me, Kings of Leon.
Very good.
Very good,
Surprised. Right, guys, we're going to go
Good,
for a quick
Sharon.
break and we will be back very, very shortly.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode, what are we, 8 now? We're still on episode 8. They slag me every time I do the welcome back. So do you know what I say? I refuse to do it.
Karen refused to do it and we just had an argument for 2
See,
minutes. to
I'm
make her do
very,
it.
I just talk the way I talk, whether I'm welcoming back people or whatever. They put on a big hello and as if it's a program.
We have like a phone voice.
Jake, you have
Yeah.
a phone voice.
I do have a phone voice.
I don't.
I
I wish
I find
did.
that I've got a different voice when I'm like doing stuff for Nathan now as a tour manager as well, because I'm like it's like a different
You
persona.
try and pretend it's not Jake Carter.
No, I
like,
still
they know
say
it's
Jake
you.
Carter. Like, yeah, I now have a
Yeah, the
I've-
big
I've-
Scouse accent.
I
Do you
now
know you
have
can't,
an
like-
official email as well for
Is it-
like. So
Oh,
it's
don't
like,
tell me it's
I'm
like
not gonna
Jake
tell you what it
Carter,
was,
their
but it's
manager.
like something at nathancartermusic.com. So it's good because
Why would you
all
not
of the
tell them? It's
emails
not
were
as if they're
getting
gonna be
mixed in to my email.
Oh, yeah.
And then
yeah.
I was like, oh, this is just too much.
Did you mention you do tour managing for him? That's the first I've heard of it.
Thanks, Car. Jeez. Anyway, Karen, we were well. I'm going to say we as a collective noun, but I know Karen's going to be like, you weren't. We were renovating the studio this week.
Yeah. I get very
How
like,
did that go?
oh, it's brilliant.
So Karen had a shutter inside in the studio, right?
Because it used to be like a car place.
And in fairness,
Jake
I
broke the shutter.
the shutter like 3 years ago.
Remember you broke it when I was training on Dancing with the Stars with
Shane.
Shane
The
Bourne.
mullet
I'm in
burn.
training doing a bit of quick step. He says, oh, let me put this shutter down and see. Puts the shutter down, couldn't get it up. And I'm thinking, right, me and Shane are locked in here now.
So
for
do you
the
ever do
foreseeable.
something right? So this shutter was there and it had like,
Oh, remember
it
we
was
had
fine.
to push. There was a tiny little gap
Yeah.
and we had to climb under
This
it.
shutter was fine. Wasn't used. No one was touching it. It was absolutely fine. And then I was like one day, I wonder does that still work? So I put it down. But then
You
it was
put
like
it
a
down
key
too
thing,
far.
right? And then no, it wasn't me. I went to turn it back then to stop it, but it didn't stop. The motor kept
what-
going.
Oh,
It kept going, yeah.
And then the shutter went back up, and then next thing you just heard like, and then
it's
the
been
shutter
an
was all
absolute
bent in.
eyesore
Oh, it
ever
was-
since.
So yeah.
So what did you do? Rip the shutter down?
Well, so
Me dad
me and
did.
Karen's dad were like, well, actually, that was the second part of the story. So the first day, Karen's dad came in to do some paneling in the upstairs studio, right? But I
like
would
this type of thing.
a little bit, yeah. But it was like these long sheets.
They're
They're like a
actually-
wall
it's lovely.
feature.
Yeah.
Looks lovely,
Nice than that.
but
That's basically what I was trying to say.
Karen was like, "Oh, will you come in and help?"
Yeah,
you-
ours is lovely. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah,
What colour is even that? Grey.
ours is a much nice colour.
When are you going to get that painted?
Yeah, it's a bit grey, isn't it?
So anyway,
That was gas.
Karen said, would you come in and help me dad? Now, already I was like, oh, we're not going to get into like 2
Oh,
in
now
the
did you just
morning.
hear that? The
So-
big huff already because you're asking to help.
No, it wasn't because you were asking me to help.
Yeah.
It was because of the time that you were like, oh, we'll meet in there at 9 o'clock. And I was only getting in from a gig at like 2:30. But anyway,
Get
went
over
along.
yourself.
So we got there and Karen's dad was there anyway. So he,
My dad's a real builder that like would literally just, if it's something has to come down, he gets his grinder and he doesn't think of like, right,
Yeah.
this whole metal thing's going to hit that
he's
floor.
more of a just like, let's do it kind of builder.
Brilliant.
As in
He's like me.
we'll just get it done. But that's fine.
And then you
But
have
then you
Jake
come up against
that's,
me
like,
who
shitting
is
himself.
like OCD. And I'm like, right, okay, let's just measure that again. Let's just make sure. Do you know what I mean? So then I got in
yeah.
and the bit in the wall that said middle wasn't the middle.
Well,
So already,
he wrote middle on the wall, and let's just say we're in a dance studio, and I said, Dad, that does not look like you wrote middle.
but I was in the awkward situation
It looks
of
like a different word.
I'm not the builder here, so I'm just going to stand around and not say anything and just do what I'm told, kind of thing. But I couldn't, because like then he was putting the first panel up in the middle, whereas Karen wanted the gap in the middle. So then I was like, oh, Davey, are you sure? He's literally about to stick this thing up. And I was like, oh, Davey, are you sure that it's there? Is it not a little bit further over? And then there was like skateboards that weren't level. And I was like,
No, you missed the beginning bit. So basically what happened was he measured it all out and and Jake was pure like, yeah, no, it's just them skirts aren't level. So is this going to... And my dad ended up saying, would you ever just...
No, that was after I'd already said,
hang on, and just bleeding, let me do it.
Yeah.
He puts the glue on the back of one part and starts sticking it in the wrong place, and I'm like, whoa. I says, Dad, if we had it just off and like let you do it on your own, the panels would have been wrong. But Jake is too Mr. Perfect.
But I was like,
he'd drive you mad.
Should we not level the bottom of these skirts before, like,
and come here,
we
did it
put
turn
this
out
up?
perfect or did it not?
They look really good, yeah.
Exactly.
So in the end, he basically...
But are they not all
No,
uneven at the top if the skirt isn't level?
no, because the skirts, it's not, because the middle bit I was leaving to put the logo up was where it was a bit...
He cut them then to go flush, so it was fine. But like, yeah, after a while he was like, would you two just fuck off and let me do it? So I was like, oh God.
Jesus, he didn't say the F word.
So then I was like, I'll just go to the builders providers. What do you need? I just basically got out for a while. And then that was fine. He did it. Like, he was kind of joking, telling us and not joking us as well.
I think your dad, they're very similar build.
They're all
you just
the
want to
same.
be left alone.
They're all the same. Like when my dad helps me do something and I'm like, okay, just like guide
Just generally
me.
a row.
Guide me and help me.
Yeah.
Or I'm trying to like FaceTime. He's like, no, you're doing it wrong. What are you doing? Anyway, but then we went to take this shutter down the next day, right? Oh my God. We would have been the two worst burglars to ever have broken into a place anyway, put it that way. In the end, this shutter, like, it was in bits already, so we're like cutting away, and Davey had like the angle grinder out and was just cutting bits up in the end. It, like, I didn't realize how heavy it was going to be. Like, so we come to the decision that we were like, right, the only way that this is actually going to come down is if we just beat the shit out of it. Like, so we just basically different parts were just hammering. I was actually
And is this a shutter that's
sweat.
rolled up?
Yeah,
but I'd already tried to pull
duty.
parts of it down. No, we disconnected it and made sure all the electrics were off and everything. But it was stuck, it was jammed. So then we were like, right, it was hanging on by one screw. And we were like, right, okay. In the back of my head, I was like, this is so like dangerous. I was like, right, okay, I'm just going to stand a little bit further back, Davey, while you're just whacking this.
Because I'm so precious with my beautiful
And then we
looks.
had these two bean bags, one for the stage
watch my
school
eyebrows.
and one for the music school, right? So I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these bean bags underneath so that when this thing falls, it's falling on something.
Bean bag.
Great idea until then. Davey whacks
I
it.
know
This
what's
thing,
coming.
bang, right onto the bean bags.
Boom.
A million of these little white balls going fucking everywhere.
And
Like,
they're them type of things that like stick to you. Do you know, with electricity? So when I came down, they were just literally stuck all
Jeez, you knew
over them.
Hoover's going to have a field day.
Well, I went through three Henry the Hoover bags
Oh,
to
God.
suck these things up. They're stuck all over me. They're stuck over the Hoover. And Davey's like, well, that worked, didn't it? I'm like, fucking hell.
So my
None of
bean
them-
bags
just
are
lucky
gone
none
on
of
the
us
shore.
got injured.
Well, at least it wasn't your toe.
Exactly.
You know what
So
I mean?
anyway, the shutter is down now and it looks great. Looks really good.
Just trying to do it bit by bit because I get sick of looking at the same kind of place all the time.
And then I have an idea. I'm like, I think we should put a stud wall up there.
Oh
And then
yeah,
Karen's
he
like,
thinks
oh,
on
just
money
shut
bags.
up, would you?
Money bags over here, yeah.
So,
Hang on, I just build a wall. I'll build a new studio, shot from scratch.
Anyway,
Anyway, bit by
the
bit.
studio is renovated. I got home then that day.
It's not renovated. It's in the middle of it.
Well, it's in the
pile
middle of
dust
it.
at the minute.
I got home then after a weekend of gigging, doing this then, and then I was like, right, okay, I'm absolutely shattered. I'm going to have a little sit, and then I'm going to go to the gym, because I had one session left to do for that week.
Yep.
Karen lost the head. Oh, you're tired, but you could go to the gym. And I was sitting there and I was
God
like,
forbid I want to sit on
not
the couch
one-
with me fiance.
not one thanks did I get there. I'm like, and I want to go to the gym, and now she's giving out
You did
to
get
go
a
to the
thanks now.
studio.
You did get a thanks. Don't go down that pity bleeding knee.
I got a thanks after I was in the gym, yeah.
What was the thanks?
What did you get a thanks after the gym? That sounded weird.
No, I mean like a thanks for like helping doing the studio. Even though like we both run the stage school outfit, so it kind of, well, it is Karen's studio, but it is both of ours as well, like so. But yeah.
What did you do with the shutter? That's what
The
I want.
shutter
At the
is
front.
still
We're
at the
hoping someone's
front.
gonna come
I
and
was
want a bit of
hoping
steel.
I was hoping that someone would just come along and be like, oh, I can scrap that, but it's not going to fit. Like, it wouldn't fit in a van. It wouldn't fit in a
We need
skip.
to get a skip. We need to get
Like,
some.
the shutter is probably
It's way bigger
5
than
meters in
you.
width.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
it's a big shutter. Like if it would have fell on you, you'd be dead.
Yeah,
Do you
but
know
you're
what I mean?
not. And Lenny, we
But we're
live
not.
to tell
And we're
the
all
tale.
good. Oh, that was the other thing. Lenny kept running in, and I was like, oh, Karen, would you just hold Lenny? Because he keeps wanting to help. And he's not
And
helping.
getting
Wanting
back,
to help.
Yeah, he kept coming in and out. And, in and out.
and getting back to the gym.
Pass
you
us
keep
that hammer, Jake.
No, but you keep making out as if I go mad when you go to the gym. I'm just on about as soon as we come in, it's like, right, see you later.
Yeah, the paneling looks great though, and the studio is. Oh, you did a load of painting as well. That looks good.
Thank you very
Karen
much.
did painted like one corner of the studio, so it's like an office area, which is a good idea. But I came in and was like, "Oh, that's a lovely salmon color," and then she looked at me and was like,
It's pure
"It's
oatmeal
not
biscuit.
salmon." So I was like, "Well, like,
Says the boy that doesn't even eat fish. How
yeah,
do you
but
know
it's a. I was saying it was a nice color, but then
No,
it
you
was
said it in
apparently
a
the
smart
wrong
way.
thing that
and
I
then
said.
we went to the range to get 2 sofas that I want to get for
That
the
was
studio.
why you were giving out.
And
That was it. Sorry.
He had a big bleeding face on
No.
him walking around the range because he had to go to the gym. And I was like, sorry for needing help carrying out these 2 heavy
that
chairs.
is not what happened.
Yes, it is.
So on the way home,
And I
we went
forgot-
to try and find these 2 chairs in the range, and they only had one. So then we were walking out, and then
I realised I wanted a
we
radiator
went to go
cover
into
as
another
well.
shop, and we were like, "Oh yeah, okay." And then Kara's like, "Oh well, I can see by the look of you don't want to go, so we'll
'Cause you're-
just go home."
You're on a time. He's always on a time to go to the gym.
So then, when I said I was going to the gym, Karen was like, "Oh,
I think
can
there's
we?"
3 people in this relationship. You, Jake, and the gym.
Jim is a lovely
Or
man.
Jake, the gym, and you.
No, there is 100%.
But Karen was more annoyed because I wouldn't drive to Maynooth to the other range, the range
Why
to
is
see
that
if
bigger?
they. Well,
Yeah,
no, they just
huge.
might have had the chairs. And I was like, "Can
But
you
you
not
know what?
just
I got
ring
my
them?"
sister to ring and they didn't have them. So
So is it a good job that we didn't go?
yeah, and I'm going to go
And
to
you
Liffey
got the
Valley
gym.
Range and get them
And
to
that was
order it.
when as well the conversation came back up of,
No,
oh
so-
well, all you do is swan around. You're in Cork
Getting
getting
your
your arm
hands
massage.
massaged.
You're in Waterford. You're
No.
up in Belfast having a
And
pint.
also, so that's grand. That's besides the point. He comes in from Mr. Jim. Yeah, Karen, I'm starving. Can you just stick on them spuds? Da 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 da. I'm going to get on the bike. I
Does
was
the
like,
gym-
oh,
no.
there's an addiction. No, there's being wanting to look good. And
No.
then there's just now you're cringing addiction. I
Hang
says, no,
on.
do you know what? God
Hang
forbid I
on a
want to sit
second.
and watch a movie.
No, so I have like a cardio. I'm on a plan at the minute, and I had to go to the gym,
Wake
but the
me up when
gym
you're finished
was
talking.
closing at 7:30, and I only got there at half 6. So by the time I'd done my delts and arms session that it was,
Hence why he has his arms out
I
today.
didn't have time to do the cardio. So then I did the cardio when I got home. But when Karen wants to get
It's
on
a
the
small
bike at
vest,
9
isn't
o'clock, it's
It
all
is.
right. It's just when I want to get on.
And
it's
when I
not
get
all
on
right.
that bike, I want you standing clapping me on it.
Yeah,
And
Is
you
that
don't.
like a 6 to 10 age vest? Or
it's much cheaper when you get it that way. You don't have to pay VAT on the children's
Extra
clothing. Right. Anyway, the one last thing.
I feel like this is therapy for me.
We had a lovely photo shoot this week as well. Let's not paint a picture that we're all negative. But we did the VIP photo shoot. But talking about interviews, tell the story that you were giving out about that interview
Wasn't
that you did
given
this
out.
week. You were.
Oh my god!
You were telling this story to me and Nathan before we started. This is the
It
last
was
thing we
very
talk
funny.
about for this episode.
No, well, I done an interview. We actually done a few interviews. I feel like last week, but anyway, this particular interview, basically, they just kept going on about how gorgeous Jake is, and I'm like, he is. Like you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not disputing the fact I wouldn't be with you if you weren't gorgeous, but
Karen then rang me and she was like, finish that interview. Your woman just kept talking about you. Like, and how gorgeous Jake is and how gorgeous
and how did you
this
answer
is.
that?
thank you.
That's
Exactly.
really awkward.
By the way, guys-
what am I going to say? Yeah, he's gorgeous.
Lenny's
I
just
answered
farted,
back
by the way.
once going, yeah, no, he is. And then after about the third or fourth time, many times have I to say Jake's gorgeous. He's all right.
It is an awkward thing, like what you keep saying.
Like, I know Jake gets that all the time. Oh my God, how are you with Karen? Because she's stunning for you. Like,
Yeah.
I know you
You're
get
punching.
that. So you're used
As
to
in
it.
me, that's what I'm saying,
But
sorry.
this was the first time someone has ever said it to me.
And you didn't know how to react.
No, it was just an awkward one. Anyway,
I just want to finish off by saying Lenny has farted there. And it
I heard you
absolutely
saying that 3
stinks.
times.
Yeah.
Jake, that's probably you.
It wasn't me. You can smell Lenny's fart. Right, guys, that is all we have time for on this week's episode
What a
of The
way to
Carter
end
Couch.
it.
But if you want more chats, you can join us on our Patreon for an extra extended exclusive to every episode, which we're going to do shortly after this. Thank you to Paudy on cameras and to Brian, our producer. And we will see you all next week for another episode of The Carter Couch. See
All
you
the
all
best, guys.
soon.
bye.